And in this particular video, we will be discussing the question capitalize the title. It is a problem based on arrays and strings. So easy difficulty problem mentioned. Let's read it and see that how we can actually come up to our approach for this particular problem statement. So the problem statement is we are given a string title consisting of one or more words separated by a single space. So there are a group of words, or you can say a sentence where there will be spaces, there will be words. Each word only consists of English letters. So all the words will be having only A to Z, only the alphabets. What we have to do is we have to capitalize the string by changing the capitalization of each word according to the constraints given below. That is, we have to make the first letter capital of every word according to the condition that if the length of word is one or two letters, if there are only one or two letters in the word, then change all the letters to lowercase. So if the word length is lesser than equal to 2, then the letters of that word should be small case only, lowercase only. So example can be a word to, a word an, a word a. All these words should have all the letters small only. Coming back to the next constraint, or to the next, you can say, requirement. The next requirement is otherwise, that is, if the word length is more than 2, at least the word length is 3, then change the first letter to uppercase and the remaining letters to lowercase. So we have to make only the first letter of every word in capital case, in uppercase. Otherwise, all the other letters will be in lowercase only. And we have to return the updated string, updated title string. So maybe you have got some logic, maybe you have got some idea. The problem statement will be clear to you once we are going to discuss the example test cases. So let's discuss some of the examples. So the first example is the string capitalize the title with T capital, I capital. Some letters are capital in the string. What we have to do, we have to make the first letter of every word capital, and remaining all letters should become small case, should become lowercase. So in the word capital, like in the word capitalize, actually we have to make C capital and all the letters should be small. Then the with the T capital, all the letters small. Title with T capital, all the letters small. And since all of these words were more than equal to 3 length, hence only the first letter will be capital and remaining will be small. But what will happen in the second test case, in the example number 2? First letter of each word, the first will have the first letter F capital, then letter will have L capital, remaining all will become small. Even if they were capital, they should become small. But off is a two letter word, and if it is a two letter word, we should make it remain lowercase only. All the letters, even the first letter, should become small case only. That is off with O small case, F small case, each with only E capital, word with only W capital. So I hope you have got the logic that if the word will be smaller than or equal to 2 length, then we have to make the all letters capital, or actually all the letters small, actually not capital. But if the letters are more than equal to 3 in a particular word, only the first letter should remain capital. So what are the constraints? Like we have discussed about the strings, some examples. There can be the third string also with I, only one letter, it should remain small, and remaining words should have the first letter capital. But what is the constraint required? See, the string, the title string, it will be of length greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to 100. That is, the minimum possible length will be 1. At least the string will be containing 1 character, and maximum the string can contain 100 characters. So if it will contain minimum 1 characters, then it will be non-empty. Obviously, if the string will be at least having 1 character, then how can it be empty? It will be non-empty, it will be having at least 1 character. This is the first point. So you need not worry about a test case where there is an empty string, where there are no characters. Second test case, or second constraint, actually, the title consists of words separated by a single space only, without any leading or trailing spaces. So again, a very important point. There are no multiple spaces. There are no multiple spaces. There are no leading spaces. There are no trailing spaces. No leading space, no multiple spaces, no trailing space. What does it mean? The first word in the sentence, there will be no spaces before it. The last word in the sentence, there will be no spaces after it. and in between two words there will not be more than one space. So if let's say the two words are capitalize, capitalize the word, capitalize word, so in between these words the two words capitalize and word will be separated by a single space only, and the first word will not have any space before it, so that is no leading spaces. Similarly, last word will not have any spaces after it, so no trailing spaces are given. So that's the second point, and actually what the second point is helping us in, it is making the question easier. Why? Because we do not have to care about multiple spaces, because in multiple spaces there are a lot of you can say scenarios which can occur. So we are very having like very easy particular kind of difficulty. Why? Because there are the simple constraints given to us. Okay, last point. Each word consists of uppercase and lowercase English letters only, and it is non-empty. So every word will be having at least one character, and every word will be only having the uppercase and lowercase English letters. So in the entire string, either the characters will be uppercase, or the characters will be lowercase, or the characters will be spaces. None other than that. That is, there will be no digits or hash or underscore or something. Only these letters and spaces will be there, and every word will also be non-empty. Every word will be having one length. So now that we have discussed the constraints, what can be the first approach? What can be the different approaches which we can like follow to basically write the code? So if I just again bring the string capitalize, capitalize, and let's take the T capital, capitalize the with T, H capital, E, first with F capital and remaining all letters small, first, and then let's say first word with all letters small of, first word of, you can say sentence, sentence, or maybe capitalize the first word of a string, of string. So this is the input string given to us, and let me make some words having all the letters capital. Let's make the word having all the letters capital. So this is the input string, and we have to apply the strategy or apply the approach on this particular string. So what is the first approach which we can do? The first approach can be, if we are able to divide the string based on the spaces, that is, if we are able to split the string based on spaces, then on that splitted string we can apply some strategy. That is, if I am able to convert this original string into a array of strings where the first array element will be capitalize word, the string capitalize, then the next string will be the, next string will be first, next string will be word, next string will be off, and similarly next string will be string. So all these words, if I have somehow, if I will be able to make them inserted into an array of strings, that is split the original string on the basis of spaces, then what we can do is capitalize the first word of every string and make all the letters smaller. That is, I can make C capital and all the letters small, T capital, all the letters small, F capital, all the letters small, W capital, all the letters small. Although for off, both the letters should be small only. For string, S capital, all the letters small. So now we can easily apply the logic, and once we have done this conversion, now we can get the original string back, that is the single string from this array of strings also. So this is using the split, you can say, strategy. That is, we are dividing the input string based on the spaces. So what will be the time complexity of this solution? The time complexity of this solution is going to be linear in nature. And what about space? Since it is taking an array, since we are taking an array, we are traversing on the string input, it is going to take linear time, and we are taking an array, we are taking extra space, it is going to take linear space also due to the array. So linear time, linear space, order of n time, order of n space. But is there any better solution? Is there any optimized solution? What do you mean by optimized? A solution which will take lesser time or maybe lesser space. So although time is not what we can optimize in this particular question, but we can surely optimize the space complexity. Why? Because there is no need to create an array. We can just change the input string only. We can just form the resultant using the input string only. So now what is the second approach going to be? Just run a two pointer logic. Just run a two pointer logic on the input string. And using that two pointer technique or two pointer logic, what is going to be the time complexity? I am just going to discuss the solution, but first I am writing the time and space so that you can maybe think of a solution, maybe you can think of a approach. So time is going to be still remaining linear only, although there will be two pointers, but still time will remain linear. And what about space complexity? The space complexity will become constant. There will be no extra space required. Why? Because I will not be taking any string or something, array of something. So the first approach was array of strings, or you can say using the split. I will be splitting the original string on the basis of spaces, but second approach will be the two pointer technique. So let's now copy this original string and let's do a try run using the two pointer technique. What is the two pointer technique going to do? It is going to maintain two pointers. What are those two pointers going to be named as? It is generally, you can use left and right, low, high, or maybe you can say ij are poor variable names. Better will be to use left and right. What is left pointer going to point at? It is going to point at the starting index of a word. It is going to point at the starting index of a word. What is going to be right pointing at? The right is going to be pointing at the ending index plus 1. Ending index plus 1, that is the next index of the ending index of a word. So if I just like give you the first word, which is from 0th index to, I guess, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the indices of the letters of this word. So this 10th index is the space. 10th index is the space. So what is the left going to be pointing at? Left is going to be pointed at the 0th index. What is right going to be pointed at? Right is going to be pointing at the 10th index, that is ending index plus 1. And similarly for next word, left is going to be pointed at T, right is going to be pointed at space, left at F, right at the next letter of first word, that is the space, and so on. So using these two pointers, I will be making the first letter capital and remaining all the letters small. So what we can do is, we can initially convert all the letters of the input string. We can convert all the letters of the input string in lowercase. We can convert all the letters in lowercase. What it will help us in, now only after converting all the letters of the input string in lowercase will make us only and only do what? Only convert some letters in uppercase. Now we do not need to worry about the converting of lowercase. That is, before running the logic, what I can do is I can make all the letters small case by using some inbuilt functions. There are available like different inbuilt functions available in different programming languages. So what we can do is we can make all the letters small case using the inbuilt function. That is, before running the logic, I will be making all the letters of this input string into small case letters, small a to z. Once I have made all the letters in small case, now we will be running the logic. So for that, let me write the indices quickly. So 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20. Then similarly 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and then 30. You can say 31, 32, 33, 34, and I guess the string is of 34 length. Like most probably it is of 35 length actually, because the first index is 0, last index is 34. So let's start the two pointer logic. What is two pointer logic going to be starting at? Both the pointers initially will be pointing to the 0th index. The left pointer, also the right pointer initially will be pointing at the 0th index, because currently we do not know where is the word starting. So I am initially making both the pointers start from 0th index. Now we will be running the logic. That is, I will be searching for the first word. That is, the right pointer will become plus 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 till it does not get a space, because right pointer should point to a space. So right pointer will be pointing to a space character. The character at that index will be a space, and left pointer will be pointing to the first letter of that word. So once the right pointer have reached a space letter, what I can do is I can check what is the word length. What is the word length? It is 10 minus 0. What is 10 minus 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is the word length. That is, the first word length is right minus left. 10 minus 0. So 10 minus 0 means there are 10 letters in the word. So should a word of 10 letters have the first letter capital? The answer is yes. So what I will do is I will make the left letter as capital. I will make the leftmost letter become capital, capital C in this case. And now go to the next word. How can I go to the next word? I can make the left go to right plus 1, because right is pointing to the space. I am denoting space by a dot. So left will be pointing to right plus 1, and right will be starting again from left only. Right will always start from left. So right will be saying do right pointer plus plus, right pointer plus plus, till we are getting a space character. So as soon as I get a space character, I will stop. As soon as I get a space character, I will stop. That is, I have found the word. What is the word dot length? The word dot length, or you can say the current words number of characters, are 14 minus 11. The right pointer minus left pointer difference, that is 3 letters are there. So should I make the first letter capital? The answer is yes. Every word of greater than equal to 3 length should become the first letter capitalized and remaining all the letters small. I have made already all the letters small. So what I will do is I will make the first letter capital, that is capital T, and continue. So how can I continue? Make the left pointer jump to right plus 1. Right will start from left only, because we are starting from the new word. So right pointer will now do plus 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 till we are getting all the letters. As soon as I get a space, I will stop. So I have found a new word. What is the word dot length? It is 20 minus 15, 5 length. So the word is of 5 length. Again, I should make the first letter capital. I will make the first letter become capital because it is of more than equal to 3 length. Same procedure we will apply for the next word, which will have the length. How much? Which will have the length 25 minus 21, and I guess 25 minus 21 will be 4 length. So I will make the first letter capital because it is greater than equal to 3 length. But remember, now left will become right plus 1, right will become plus 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 till we are getting a space. What is the word dot length now? 28 minus 26, only 2 length. So should I make the first letter capital? No, it will remain small. It will remain lowercase only. This is the corner case. Word of less than equal to 2 length should remain small case. Again, left will become right plus 1, right plus 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 till we are getting a space. But now there is no more space. There is the end of string. That is the 35th index, the string dot length. So what is the string, the current word dot length? R minus L. 35 minus 29. It is of 6 length actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 length. So is it more than equal to 3? Yes. So I will make the first letter capital. I will make the S capital. And as soon as I do right, basically left go to right plus 1, the left will become 36th index, that is more than the string. So now we have to stop. That is, we have done the procedure. We have made the first letter capital of every word which are of greater than equal to 3 length, and every word which are less than equal to 2 length, all the letters are lowercase. So I hope the logic is clear. Now what should we do? We should be basically writing the pseudocode. We should be writing the instruction manual. So let's go to the portal, the lead code portal, and let's write the logic. So what we will be doing is, we will be first of all making the output string. The first point is, the first step is form the output string. So form the output string. How we can form the output string? What we discussed, we can make the output string using converting all the input string into lowercase letters. So form the output string by converting all input characters into lowercase. And also, in particular to Java, what we have to do is we have to make the output string in the form of a character array. Although this is language specific, but we have to do it in corresponding to Java, the character array. For JavaScript or for maybe the C++, it will remain string only, but for the Java specific, if some students are learning in Java, then you have to form the character array, the output string in the form of a character array. After forming the output string in the form of a character array, the second step is run the two-pointer logic. So how we can run the two-pointer logic? We can initialize first of all both the pointers, the left pointer as well as the right pointer, initially to 0, as 0, because both the pointers initially will be starting from left to right only, so both will be 0. Now third point is that we have to now run the two-pointer logic. That is, first run the outer loop over the left pointer. And how we can run the outer loop on over the left pointer? By jumping over the next words, by jumping over the next words, jumping over the words. That is, every time what we are going to do, we are going to make the left become right plus 1 by making left equal to right plus 1 in the updation condition. What will be the termination? Obviously termination will be till the string dot length, till the strings till the strings length. So this is the updation. Inside this, what we are going to do, inside the outer loop, once we have fixed the starting pointer, the left pointer, now we'll be doing the right pointer plus plus. That is the inner loop. We'll be running the inner loop over the right pointer. And how I should run the right pointer? By searching, or you can say till the point, till the point, till the point we get a space character, till the point we get a space character, or what, or we reach the string dot length, or we reach the string dot length, strings length. And how should right pointer update? We should run the loop over the right pointer by right plus plus, by like iterating one by one, by doing right plus plus till the point we are basically reaching the last character or the space character. Once we have fixed the right pointer also, what we are going to do, I have found the word length. Now I have to check, is the word length more than equal to 3 letters, or is it less than equal to 2 letters? So if a word length, and how we can check the word length? We can do right minus left as discussed. The right pointer minus left pointer, the difference will be giving me the word length. If it is greater than equal to 3, it means we have to make the first letter capital. Make the left letter of word capital, and we can make it capital using some inbuilt function. So this is the fifth point. Now finally, once we have basically formed the first letter capital of every word, finally what we are going to do is we are going to return the output string, or you can say the character array, because string and character array are one and the same thing almost, in the form of string only. So we have to return the output string or the character array by converting into string, in the form of string, So this is the pseudocode, or this is the instruction manual which we are going to follow in order to capitalize the first letter of every word of more than equal to 2 length, actually more than equal to 3 length. So try it on your own. Now you have the pseudocode, you have the instruction manual. So now what we will be doing is we will be writing the code of the problem capitalize the title. I will be choosing Java. In some other video you might be also getting the codes of C++ or JavaScript or any particular language. So let's start the code. So what we have to do in the first step, form the output string in the form of a character array by converting all the input characters into lowercase. So how can I convert the input character into lowercase? I can use the string title and two lowercase. It will do what? It will make all the letters lowercase. So the output will be form of a character array. So character square bracket, the character array is, let's say, resultant. I will be forming resultant is equals to what? Is equals to the input string, that is a title, dot first of all two lowercase. First of all make all the characters into lowercase, and then store it in a character array by using to-char array. Store it in a character array by using to-char array. So first it will make all the letters into lowercase, and then it will store it in a character array. The reason being, in Java, again, basically the strings are immutable. That is, you cannot update the strings, you cannot change the strings. So we have to update the character array, and finally we can return the character array by converting it back into the string. So this is the resultant. Initially it will be having all the letters into lowercase. Now what we have to do, initialize both the pointers, the left pointer as well as the right pointer, initially set to 0. So int left is equals to 0 as well as right is equals to 0. Once I have initialized both the pointers, what I am going to do, I will be running the outer loop over the left pointer by jumping over the words, that is by making left is equals to right plus 1 till the string dot length. So we will be running the outer loop till we are getting the string dot length. So left will start from 0. Even if you want, you can just omit this initialization condition because we have already initialized the left pointer. how will the left pointer update? The left pointer will be running till the point it is lesser than title dot length. It is already mentioned that we have to run it till the string length, that is till the input string length, title dot length. And in Java, what we have to do? We have to use length parenthesis for strings. For arrays, it is only length. For strings, it is length parenthesis because it is a function. So left is less than title dot length. What we have to do now? We have to make left is equals to right plus one. That is every time left will be jumping on to the next word. So now we will be providing the curly braces and just take care of the curly braces opening and closing. That is where it is starting, where is it ending, because all the points, fourth point and fifth point, are inside the outer loop because they are the inner loop and the checking of words. So the fourth point and fifth point are indented, like intentionally it is just mentioned inside one space, inside one tab space, because it is indented, it is inner of the outer loop. So once I have fixed the outer loop, what I will be doing now is I will be fixing the inner loop, that is I will be running the inner loop for the right pointer. So right pointer will always start from where? Right pointer will always start from the left only, that is starting from left. So right will be starting from left. Right pointer will run till again same point, till the title dot length, till the title dot length, till it reaches the string dot length, and right plus plus. But inside this, what should we do? We should make what? We should run the loop only till we get a space character, only till we are getting a space character. So if the character at right, so if the result of right, you can use the output, you can use the input, you can use anything. If result of right is a space, if it is equal to space, single quotes, in Java it is single quotes, characters are in single quotes, strings are in double quotes. So if resultant of right is a space character, so we can break out. You can also use the AND operator inside the termination condition. You can use right is lesser than title dot length and resultant of right is not equal to space, or you can use the break statement also. So if resultant of right will be space, then we have to break out, that is we have to like terminate the loop at this particular point only. Once I have fixed the left pointer, once I have fixed the right pointer, that is once I know the starting point, once I know the ending point plus one, now I will be checking whether the word dot length right minus left is it greater than equal to 3. So if word dot length, that is right minus left, if it is greater than equal to 3, what should we do? We should make the first letter, that is the left letter of the word, capital. So how can I make a letter capital? By using to lowercase function, character dot to lowercase. Inside the parenthesis I will pass the character which I want to make lowercase. So resultant of right will become what? It will become actually left, because we have to make the first letter capital. So resultant of left will become lowercase. So character dot to lowercase, and the same letter, that is resultant of left letter only, the letter will be updated into lowercase. We have to update it into lowercase letter. So once I have basically made the first letter to actually uppercase, not the lowercase, we have to make it the uppercase, capital, we have to make it uppercase. Capital means uppercase. So once I have made the first letter of every word capital case and all the remaining letters lowercase, even for words which are less than equal to 2 length, now we are done with the output. We can return the output. Although the return type was a string, we have formed a character array, so we can return the resultant by the conversion, or by the form of a string, in the form of a string. So how we can convert a character array into a string? By using the function the string dot value of, string dot value of, and passing the result. So it will do what? It will convert the result character array into the string, and we will return the string. So let's try to run the code and see if it is working for all the test cases or not, and if it will, then we will try to submit it. So for the sample test cases, it is giving me the exact output. Let's submit it and see if it is actually giving me the correct code for all the test cases or not. And yes, it is getting accepted. So the pseudo code which we have got, that is the instruction manual, we are able to convert that into the corresponding proper written code. And as discussed in the approach video, what is the time complexity? Although there are two pointers, although there are nested loops, but still the time complexity is going to be linear. The reason is left pointer is directly jumping onto next word, next word, next word, and right pointer is running a loop on over the all the characters of a given word. So time complexity will be linear because in total left will be jumping on all the words, right will be jumping on all the letters of a given word. So all the words plus all the letters of a given word, n plus n, it is linear only. What about space? Since we are not taking any extra space, although we are taking this character array, but this is nevertheless going to be returned. So we are not taking any extra thing like the array of strings or something. We are not taking any extra space. So constant extra space, no auxiliary space. We are not taking any auxiliary data structure. So this is the space, this is the time. I hope you have got the logic, you have got the code also. If you have any doubts, you can reach out to us. We will be happy to help. We will be happy to share some similar problems based on this concept. Till then, bye bye. Take care.